What's going on, y'all? It's Renata from Kisses and Keloids, and today starts. Look, stuff's already happening. My lashes, apparently. Too long for these glasses. I thought I could make this work. Today starts my coloring and content series. So, coloring and content, coloring and comedy. I need to eat lunch. I'm just going to take this off. And this is going to be interesting because I do not have any contact lenses in. And I don't know if you call it nearsighted or farsighted, but like it's really hard to see, period, without any sort of optical help. But I want to be cute. So let's see how this turns out. I'm gonna color without any sort of optical aids here. Okay, so today's coloring and comedy story. I wanted, now all, like the month of July, y'all, I've been posting a lot of stuff around my birthday, right? Because my birthday is July 12th. Woohoo! Cancer season! And I wanted to talk about my amazing psychedelic experience on my birthday. It was everything, y'all. By the way, if you're interested in what I'm coloring, this is, like I said, I can't see. Ocean Treasures Advanced Coloring. I'm pretty sure that I got this from Dollar Tree. But today I'm coloring in, I think this is a reef. Maybe? Yeah. We're going to decide it's a reef. Anyway, so first of all, I don't know how many folks have had experiences with psilocybin, but it is like some sort of it's the chemical found in certain like magical mushrooms, and the mushroom that I got to experience is called blue vulva. Yes, blue vulva. And I don't even know how many like grams or ounces or whatever of it that I specifically had, but it was enough that while I was in Sedona, I got to have an intense conversation with the tree outside of my room. It felt like the branches were literally reaching out to me, like calling out to me. And if any of you have like psychedelic experiences, please chime in. Please drop your stuff below, because this was everything for me. This was everything. The trees, not only were the trees like talking, they had a British accent, and it felt like the plants were saying, we love you, and we want to help you. Literally felt like the branches were reaching out, like nature's hug or something. The ground in Sedona has like a special red clay to it, which also felt poignant for some reason. Many people have described Sedona as like a really spiritual place. And I would like to learn more about the history of the land there, because on shrooms or not, you can feel it. There is just something inherently spiritual and deep and magical about Sedona, and I can't wait to go back and visit it. But anyway, so I had this like 90-minute conversation with the tree, and then I decided to hop in the little jacuzzi tub that was provided in the room, and I felt like I was floating in a different dimension, y'all. I literally felt like I experienced God, but God was a glob with fuzzy, like, it was like feathers that were kind of like tentacles. And it felt like love in a different realm or dimension. That was the message of this whole experience, this whole trip that I was having. Love abounding, and like coming back to the self. I also had my little coloring stuff out and a notebook to write down anything that I could remember. I definitely felt like I was seeing vortexes and on a different plane. It was a phenomenal trip. 10 out of 10 recommend. I felt like I was also experiencing color in a different way, looking up at the ceiling fan. It was magical. I was just staring at the ceiling fan, y'all, just staring at it. And I was like, what in the hell? Like, but everything felt good and fuzzy and warm and enlightening and inviting. That was the other thing too. Everything felt inviting and peaceful. But the colors are what stood out to me the most. And that messaging of come back to self. Who were you before anxiety? Who were you before fear? And stuff like that crept in. So, I don't know if this was as comical, but it was a funny adventure to me, you know, talking to a tree. God was a glob, being in a different dimension that I can't seem to express, floating. Yeah, it was a good time. 30 out of 10 recommend. It's a great way to turn 33. That's it for this story. This is as far as I got coloring. I'll see you guys next Thursday.